Have you been lied to about what it takes to be a successful man? The world wants you to believe that success is all about luck, talent, or being in the right place at the right time. But here's a shocking truth: none of that guarantees success. In fact, the very beliefs you've been taught could be holding you back. What if I told you that success is less about what you have and more about how you think? That the rules you've been following are designed to keep you average, not exceptional. Here's the real kicker: success isn't a destination, it's a mindset, and most people are missing it. But you're not most people, are you? You're here because you're ready to break free from the lies and discover the real secrets that successful men live by. Secrets like why failure is your greatest ally, why emotional intelligence is more powerful than IQ, and why the way you manage your time is more important than how much of it you have. Imagine waking up every day with a clear sense of purpose, with the confidence that no challenge can break you, because you've mastered the art of resilience and adaptability. Picture yourself surrounded by a powerful network, your communication sharp, your focus unwavering. The truth is, you're just moments away from unlocking the mindset shifts that can transform your life, starting right now. But beware, what you're about to hear might challenge everything you thought you knew. It might even make you uncomfortable. But isn't that what growth is all about? If you're ready to learn what it really takes to be a successful man, not the watered-down version you've been sold, then stick around. Because the journey to your best self starts here. Before we dive into the specifics, let's challenge one of the most counterintuitive truths about success: it's not about the destination, but about the mindset. This might sound controversial, but think deeply about it. How often have you heard stories of men who reach the pinnacle of their careers, only to find themselves feeling hollow? The reason is simple: true success isn't a final point, but a continuous process, a state of mind that needs daily cultivation. From the moment we are born, society inundates us with the idea that success is something you can achieve, like a trophy you display on a shelf. But the reality is much more profound. Success is an internal state, not an external accolade. It's deeply embedded in how you think, how you tackle challenges, and most importantly, how you perceive yourself. Without the right mindset, no amount of money, power, or fame will ever make you feel truly successful. This is not just another motivational cliché, it's the truth. Here's the thing: success as a mindset is something you can start working on today, right now. The concept of a growth mindset, popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck, is crucial here. Men with a growth mindset believe that their abilities can be developed through hard work and dedication. They don't see failure as a dead end, but as a stepping stone toward greater things. This is in stark contrast to a fixed mindset, where individuals believe their qualities, like intelligence or talent, are static and unchangeable. If you want to be truly successful, you must foster that growth mindset where every obstacle becomes an opportunity, and every failure is a lesson. Now, this isn't just about thinking positively, it's about reprogramming how you view life's challenges. The moment you start seeing success as something you cultivate daily, rather than a far-off goal, you'll notice immediate changes. You'll find yourself more resilient, more focused, and more capable of handling whatever life throws your way. And the rewards? They come quickly. As soon as you embrace this mindset, you'll feel a surge of confidence, clarity, and purpose. It's almost addictive how this small shift in thinking can change everything. Let's consider something provocative. If success is truly a mindset, then isn't it possible that the man flipping burgers with a smile on his face could be more successful than the stressed-out millionaire? Absolutely. This thought might seem jarring, but it forces you to confront the fact that success is deeply personal. It's about how you feel about your life, not about meeting society's expectations. This perspective is a radical departure from conventional wisdom, but it's a truth that will liberate you. Once you embrace this mindset, you won't just chase success, you'll live it every single day. Before continuing, I invite you to click on the first comment, it will help you a lot. Let's address another hard truth about success: you will fail. Not once, not twice, but repeatedly. And here's the catch: this isn't something to fear, it's something to embrace. Failure is one of the most powerful teachers you'll ever have, yet it's the very thing most people try to avoid at all costs. But if you're serious about being successful, you need to flip this narrative on its head. Failure isn't the end of the road, it's a crucial part of the journey. Every successful man you admire has a long list of failures behind him. They didn't reach their heights by avoiding mistakes, they got there by learning from them. The faster you understand that failure is not the opposite of success, but a vital component of it, the quicker you'll move forward. society often conditions us to see failure as something shameful, something to be hidden or downplayed. But in reality, failure is an invaluable feedback mechanism. It tells you what doesn't work so you can get closer to what does. When you fail, you gain insights that success could never teach you. It's through failure that you develop resilience, problem-solving skills, and a deeper understanding of your goals. Imagine this: you're working on a project, and things don't go as planned. You miss the mark, lose money, or face criticism. It's easy to feel discouraged, to think that this setback defines you. But the truth is, this is the moment that will define your success, if you let it. Instead of dwelling on the disappointment, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What will I do differently next time? This shift in perspective transforms failure from a roadblock into a stepping stone. There's a common saying among entrepreneurs: fail fast, fail often. This might seem counterintuitive, but it's rooted in the idea that the more you fail, the more opportunities you have to learn and grow. Successful men don't avoid failure, they seek it out, knowing that each failure brings them one step closer to their goals. It's about being willing to take risks, make mistakes, and learn quickly. Now, here's where the real magic happens. Once you start viewing failure as a teacher, something amazing occurs: you become fearless. The fear of failure that once held you back will start to diminish. You'll take bolder actions, make bigger moves, and push beyond your comfort zone. This fearlessness is what separates those who merely dream of success from those who achieve it. But let's not romanticize it: failure is still painful. It stings, it can shake your confidence, and it can make you question everything. But every time you get back up, you're stronger. Every failure refines your approach, sharpens your focus, and brings you closer to your ultimate goal. Embracing failure doesn't mean seeking it out for the sake of it, but rather understanding that it's an inevitable and essential part of any successful journey. The next time you fail, remember this: you're not starting over, you're starting from experience. Each failure is a chapter in your success story, and the more chapters you have, the richer the story becomes. Success isn't about avoiding failure, it's about mastering it. Here's a truth that might be uncomfortable, but it's essential: no amount of talent, intelligence, or luck can substitute for self-discipline. In the quest for success, discipline is the foundation upon which everything else is built. Without it, your goals remain just that, goals. With it, those goals transform into achievements. Self-discipline is often misunderstood as simply forcing yourself to do things you don't want to do. But it's far more profound than that. It's about developing the ability to control your impulses, to delay gratification, and to stay focused on what truly matters, even when distractions are everywhere. In a world full of quick fixes and instant rewards, mastering self-discipline is like having a superpower. Think about the most successful men in history, whether in business, sports, or any other field. What sets them apart isn't just their skills or opportunities, it's their relentless ability to stay disciplined. They wake up early, they stick to their routines, they say no to short-term temptations in favor of long-term gains. This isn't about being rigid or joyless, it's about being in control of your life and your destiny. Consider this: every time you give in to a distraction, you're choosing comfort over progress. This might seem like a small decision in the moment, watching one more episode, hitting the snooze button, skipping a workout, but these choices accumulate. Success is rarely the result of one grand gesture, it's the product of consistent, disciplined actions taken every single day. Here's the thing: discipline doesn't come naturally for most people. It's something you have to cultivate, like a muscle that gets stronger the more you use it. And just like with muscle growth, there's discomfort involved. But that discomfort is a sign that you're growing, that you're pushing yourself beyond your limits. The more you practice self-discipline, the easier it becomes, and the more rewards you'll reap. This brings us to an important point: discipline isn't about punishing yourself, it's about prioritizing your future self. When you choose to be disciplined, you're making a statement that your goals and dreams are worth more than momentary pleasure. You're saying that your success is non-negotiable, and that you're willing to do whatever it takes to achieve it. Now, you might be thinking, but I don't want to live a life devoid of fun or spontaneity. And you're right, balance is crucial. But here's the counterintuitive truth: the more disciplined you are in the important areas of your life, the more freedom you actually gain. When you're disciplined with your time, your health, and your work, you create space for the things you truly enjoy, without the guilt or stress that comes from neglecting your responsibilities. Imagine the sense of accomplishment you'll feel when you've stayed disciplined in your pursuits. Picture the confidence that comes from knowing you've kept your promises to yourself, that you've done what you said you would do. This is the essence of self-respect, and it's one of the most powerful drivers of success. Self-discipline is also deeply connected to self-belief. When you consistently follow through on your commitments, you prove to yourself that you're capable, that you're trustworthy. This builds an unshakable confidence that no one can take away from you. On the other hand, when you consistently break your own rules, you erode your self-esteem, making it harder to achieve your goals. At the end of the day, self-discipline is about living intentionally. It's about taking control of your life, rather than letting life control you. It's about making choices that align with your deepest values and aspirations. And when you do this, success isn't just possible, it's inevitable. Let's talk about one of the most precious, yet most overlooked, resources in your journey to success: time. Unlike money, you can't earn more of it. Unlike energy, you can't simply recharge it. Once a moment passes, it's gone forever. Understanding the true value of time is not just important, it's essential. This is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who merely dream about it. Time is the great equalizer. No matter who you are, where you come from, or what you aspire to, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. What differentiates successful men from the rest is how they choose to invest their time. Are you spending your hours on activities that propel you toward your goals, or are you letting them slip away on distractions and unproductive habits? Let's confront a harsh reality: most people waste time. They scroll endlessly through social media, binge-watch TV shows, or engage in trivial conversations that add no value to their lives. But here's the counterintuitive truth: every hour you spend on something meaningless is an hour you could have invested in something meaningful. And once that hour is gone, you'll never get it back. Successful men understand this on a deep level. They treat their time with the same respect they treat their money, if not more so. They know that every minute is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to push closer to their goals. They plan their days meticulously, not to be rigid, but to ensure they're making the most of the time they have. They're aware that success is not just about working hard, it's about working smart, and that means making every second count. But valuing time isn't just about productivity, it's also about prioritization. You can't do everything, and you certainly can't do everything well. The most successful men are masters at saying no to the things that don't matter, so they can say yes to the things that do. They understand that to be successful, you must focus on what's truly important and let go of the rest. Think about this: how often do you spend time on things that don't align with your goals? Maybe it's out of habit, or maybe it's because you're afraid of missing out. But here's the truth: every time you say yes to something that doesn't matter, you're saying no to something that does. Success requires ruthless prioritization. It's not just about doing more, it's about doing what matters most. Here's a powerful exercise: start tracking how you spend your time each day. Be brutally honest with yourself. How much of it is spent on activities that move you closer to your goals, and how much is wasted on distractions? This simple practice can be eye-opening. It forces you to confront the reality of your choices and helps you make better decisions about where to invest your most valuable resource. There's also a flip side to this: knowing when to rest. While it's crucial to make the most of your time, it's equally important to understand that rest and recovery are vital components of success. You can't perform at your best if you're constantly burned out. Successful men know that taking time to recharge isn't a waste, it's an investment in their future productivity and well-being. But let's not sugarcoat it: time management is hard. It requires discipline, focus, and the ability to resist the countless distractions that compete for your attention every day. However, the rewards are immense. When you start valuing your time, you'll find that your productivity skyrockets. You'll achieve more in a day than you used to achieve in a week. And most importantly, you'll start seeing real progress toward your goals. Remember, time is the one thing you can't get back. Every second counts. The more you value your time, the more successful you'll become. It's not just about what you do with your time, it's about how much of it you spend on what truly matters. Success is less about the hours you put in and more about what you put into the hours. Make every minute count, and watch your life transform. In the pursuit of success, one truth stands out: you can't do it alone. No matter how talented, disciplined, or driven you are, your success is deeply intertwined with the people you surround yourself with. This is why building a strong network is not just beneficial, it's essential. the relationships you cultivate can open doors, provide support, and offer opportunities that would otherwise be out of reach. Here's the reality: success is as much about who you know as what you know. But let's clear up a common misconception: building a network isn't about manipulation or using people for your gain. It's about creating genuine, mutually beneficial relationships where everyone thrives. When you connect with others, you're not just building a network, you're building a community, a support system that can help you weather the ups and downs of your journey. Think about this: every successful person you admire has a strong network behind them. Whether it's mentors who guide them, peers who challenge them, or connections who open doors, these relationships are the backbone of their success. You might be the most capable person in the room, but without the right connections, your potential could remain untapped. The power of a strong network lies in its diversity. The more varied your network, the more perspectives, ideas, and opportunities you'll be exposed to. Surround yourself with people from different backgrounds, industries, and experiences. This diversity will not only broaden your thinking but also give you access to insights and opportunities that you wouldn't find in a more homogeneous circle. It's this cross-pollination of ideas that often leads to the most innovative solutions and the most significant breakthroughs. But let's address a counterintuitive truth: building a network is less about quantity and more about quality. It's not about collecting business cards or having thousands of connections on LinkedIn. It's about forming deep, meaningful relationships with people who inspire you, challenge you, and support your goals. A small, well-connected network is far more powerful than a large, superficial one. Focus on building relationships with people who share your values, who believe in your vision, and who are willing to support you on your journey. There's a saying that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. While this might be an oversimplification, it carries an essential truth: the people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your mindset, your habits, and ultimately, your success. If you want to be successful, surround yourself with successful people. If you want to be driven, spend time with those who are ambitious. If you want to be innovative, engage with creative thinkers. Your network should reflect the qualities you aspire to cultivate in yourself. But building a strong network isn't just about seeking out successful people, it's also about being someone others want to connect with. This means adding value to others' lives, being generous with your time, your knowledge, and your support. When you help others succeed, you create a ripple effect that often comes back to benefit you in unexpected ways. Be the person who others turn to for advice, for support, and for collaboration. The more you give, the more you'll receive. However, building a strong network takes time and effort. It's not something you can do overnight. It requires consistency, authenticity, and a genuine interest in others. Attend events, join groups, and actively engage in communities that align with your interests and goals. But more importantly, follow up. A single meeting isn't enough to build a relationship. Regular, meaningful interactions are key. Another critical aspect of networking is mentorship. Having a mentor, or several, can accelerate your path to success. A good mentor provides guidance, shares wisdom from their own experiences, and helps you navigate the challenges of your journey. But remember, mentorship is a two-way street. Be open to learning, but also bring your own value to the table. Show your mentor that you're committed, that you're serious about your growth, and that you're willing to put in the work. In the end, your network is one of your most valuable assets. It's not just a collection of contacts, it's a source of inspiration, support, and opportunity. Invest in your relationships, nurture them, and watch how they help you grow and succeed. Remember, the road to success is rarely walked alone. The stronger your network, the smoother your journey will be. Let's delve into a skill that's often overlooked but absolutely vital for success: communication. It doesn't matter how brilliant your ideas are, how innovative your solutions, or how ambitious your goals, if you can't communicate effectively, your potential remains locked inside you. Communication is the key that unlocks doors, bridges gaps, and turns visions into reality. At its core, communication is about connection. It's about getting your message across in a way that resonates with others, whether you're speaking to an individual, a small group, or a large audience. It's about understanding and being understood. This is why mastering communication is not just a nice-to-have skill, it's an absolute necessity. But let's be clear, communication isn't just about talking. In fact, one of the most powerful aspects of communication is listening. Truly successful men listen more than they speak. They listen to understand, not just to respond. This deep listening allows them to grasp the needs, desires, and concerns of others, which in turn makes their own communication more effective. When you listen well, you gain insight into what truly matters to the people you're communicating with, and you can tailor your message to address those points directly. There's a common misconception that great communicators are born, not made. But the truth is, communication is a skill like any other. It can be learned, practiced, and mastered over time. Whether it's public speaking, writing, or one-on-one conversations, you can improve your communication skills with deliberate practice. Start by paying attention to how you communicate now. Are you clear? Are you concise? Do you speak with confidence? Identify areas where you can improve and make it a priority to work on them. One of the most important aspects of communication is clarity. In today's fast-paced world, people don't have the time or patience to wade through vague or convoluted messages. Whether you're sending an email, giving a presentation, or having a conversation, get to the point quickly and clearly. Eliminate unnecessary jargon, be direct, and make sure your message is easy to understand. Clarity breeds trust, and trust is the foundation of all successful relationships. But clarity alone isn't enough. To be truly effective, your communication must also be compelling. This is where storytelling comes in. Humans are wired to respond to stories. They captivate our attention, engage our emotions, and make information memorable. The most successful communicators are often master storytellers. They don't just present facts, they weave those facts into a narrative that inspires and motivates. Whether you're pitching an idea, leading a team, or simply sharing your thoughts, storytelling can elevate your communication and make your message resonate more deeply. Another key element of communication is empathy. This might seem surprising, but empathy is one of the most powerful tools in a communicator's arsenal. When you approach communication with empathy, you're putting yourself in the other person's shoes. You're considering their perspective, their feelings, and their needs. This doesn't just make your communication more effective, it also builds stronger, more meaningful relationships. People are far more likely to listen to you, trust you, and follow you if they feel that you genuinely understand and care about them. Nonverbal communication is another crucial aspect that often gets overlooked. Your body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice all play a significant role in how your message is received. In fact, research shows that a large portion of communication is nonverbal. This means that it's not just about what you say, but how you say it. Pay attention to your posture, your eye contact, and your gestures. Are they reinforcing your message or undermining it? Being aware of your nonverbal cues can dramatically improve the effectiveness of your communication. Finally, let's talk about confidence. Even the most well-crafted message can fall flat if delivered without confidence. Confidence in communication comes from preparation, experience, and self-belief. When you speak with confidence, people are more likely to listen, to believe in your message, and to follow your lead. This doesn't mean you need to be loud or domineering. True confidence is calm, assured, and authentic. Mastering the art of communication takes time and effort, but the rewards are immense. As you improve your communication skills, you'll find that doors start to open for you, doors to new opportunities, new relationships, and new levels of success. Remember, communication is the bridge between your ideas and the world. The stronger that bridge, the further you can go. If there's one principle that separates those who succeed from those who don't, it's this: successful men take full ownership of their lives. They don't blame others for their circumstances, they don't make excuses, and they don't wait for someone else to solve their problems. They understand that, ultimately, their success or failure is in their own hands. Taking ownership means accepting responsibility for everything in your life, your actions, your decisions, your outcomes. It's about understanding that you are the architect of your own destiny. This mindset is empowering because it puts you in control. When you take ownership, you stop being a victim of circumstances and start being the master of your fate. This idea might be uncomfortable for some. It's easier to blame external factors for our failures, bad luck, difficult people, a challenging economy. But the truth is, while you can't control everything that happens to you, you can control how you respond to it. Taking ownership means recognizing that while life will inevitably throw challenges your way, it's your reaction to those challenges that determines your success. Let's be clear, taking ownership doesn't mean you won't face obstacles or setbacks. It doesn't mean you won't encounter unfair situations or difficult people. But when you take ownership, you approach these challenges with a different mindset. Instead of saying, "This isn't fair," you ask, "What can I do to overcome this?" Instead of waiting for someone to come to your rescue, you take action to change your situation. Consider this: every time you make an excuse or blame someone else for your problems, you're giving away your power. You're saying, in effect, that your life is controlled by forces outside your influence. But when you take ownership, you reclaim that power. You acknowledge that while you can't control everything, you can control your actions, your attitude, and your choices. Taking ownership is also about accountability. It's about being honest with yourself and others about your successes and failures. When things go wrong, it's easy to point fingers or deny responsibility. But true growth happens when you're willing to admit your mistakes, learn from them, and make changes. This level of accountability is rare, but it's what sets successful men apart. They don't hide from their failures, they face them head-on and use them as stepping stones to success. But let's address a counterintuitive truth: taking ownership doesn't mean you have to do everything alone. In fact, part of taking ownership is knowing when to seek help, when to delegate, and when to collaborate with others. It's about recognizing your strengths and weaknesses and surrounding yourself with people who complement you. Taking ownership means building a team, asking for advice, and leveraging the strengths of others to achieve your goals. Ownership is also about commitment. It's about committing to your goals, to your growth, and to the standards you've set for yourself. When you take ownership, you're saying that your success is non-negotiable. You're willing to do whatever it takes to achieve your goals, even when it's difficult, even when it's uncomfortable. This level of commitment is rare, but it's what drives the most successful men to achieve extraordinary things. There's immense freedom in taking ownership of your life. When you stop blaming others and start taking responsibility, you realize that you have the power to change your circumstances. You're no longer at the mercy of the world, you're in the driver's seat. This shift in mindset is liberating, and it's a key ingredient in the recipe for success. However, taking ownership isn't a one-time decision, it's a daily practice. Every day, you'll face situations where you can either take ownership or make excuses. The choice is yours. The more you practice taking ownership, the more natural it becomes. Over time, you'll find that this mindset permeates every aspect of your life, from your career to your relationships to your personal growth. In the end, success isn't about what happens to you, it's about what you do with what happens to you. Taking ownership is about embracing this truth and living it every day. It's about refusing to be a victim, refusing to settle, and refusing to let anything stand in the way of your goals. When you take ownership of your life, you take control of your destiny. And with that control comes the power to achieve anything you set your mind to. Change is inevitable. In every aspect of life, whether in your career, relationships, or personal development, change is the only constant. Yet, many people resist it, clinging to the familiar even when it no longer serves them. To be successful, you must do the opposite. You must embrace change and cultivate adaptability as a core strength. Let's face it, change can be uncomfortable. It challenges our routines, disrupts our comfort zones, and forces us to confront the unknown. But here's the truth: comfort is the enemy of progress. When you resist change, you resist growth. On the other hand, when you embrace change, you open yourself up to new opportunities, new experiences, and new levels of success. Successful men understand this deeply. They know that the world is constantly evolving, and to stay ahead, they must evolve too. They don't just react to change, they anticipate it, prepare for it, and even create it. This proactive approach to change is what sets them apart. Instead of fearing the unknown, they see it as a chance to innovate, to improve, and to get closer to their goals. Consider this: the most groundbreaking achievements in history have often come from people who were willing to break away from the status quo. They didn't just accept the world as it was, they reimagined it. This is only possible when you embrace change and are willing to adapt. Whether it's adopting new technologies, exploring different strategies, or even rethinking your entire approach, adaptability is key to thriving in a rapidly changing world. But adaptability isn't just about external changes, it's also about internal flexibility. It's about being willing to change your mind, to learn, and to grow. Sometimes, this means letting go of long-held beliefs or habits that no longer serve you. It might mean admitting that you were wrong or that there's a better way to do things. This kind of adaptability requires humility and a willingness to put growth above ego. Here's a counterintuitive thought: the more you embrace change, the more stable you become. This might sound contradictory, but think about it. When you're adaptable, you're prepared for whatever comes your way. You're not shaken by unexpected developments because you know how to adjust and thrive in new circumstances. In a world that's constantly shifting, adaptability is the ultimate form of security. Let's also talk about the importance of resilience in adaptability. Change often brings challenges, and not all of them will be easy to overcome. You might face setbacks, failures, or periods of uncertainty. But adaptability means not just surviving these challenges, but using them as fuel for growth. It's about bouncing back stronger, learning from every experience, and using that knowledge to move forward. Resilience isn't about avoiding challenges, it's about facing them head-on and emerging better for it. To cultivate adaptability, start by shifting your mindset. Instead of seeing change as something to be feared, see it as an opportunity. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How can I grow from this experience? What new possibilities does this change open up for me? By reframing change as a positive force, you'll begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. Next, practice flexibility in your daily life. Try new things, experiment with different approaches, and be open to feedback. The more you practice adaptability, the easier it becomes. Over time, you'll develop a mindset that's not just tolerant of change, but eager for it. This doesn't mean being reckless or constantly shifting directions, it means being strategic and thoughtful in how you approach change, while staying open to the possibilities it brings. Finally, remember that adaptability is a lifelong journey. The world will continue to change, and so must you. The most successful men are those who never stop learning, never stop growing, and never stop adapting. They understand that each new challenge is an opportunity to become even better, to push even further, and to achieve even greater success. In embracing change and cultivating adaptability, you position yourself not just to survive in a changing world, but to thrive in it. You become the kind of person who can handle anything life throws your way, who can turn challenges into opportunities, and who can continuously move forward toward your goals. In a world where change is the only constant, adaptability is your greatest asset. In the pursuit of success, we often focus on hard skills, technical abilities, strategic thinking, and discipline. But there's another, equally important factor that often gets overlooked: emotional intelligence. Understanding and managing your emotions, as well as recognizing and influencing the emotions of others, is crucial for achieving and sustaining success. Emotional intelligence, or EQ, is the ability to perceive, control, and evaluate emotions, both your own and those of others. While IQ might get you through the door, it's EQ that helps you build lasting relationships, navigate complex social dynamics, and lead with empathy and effectiveness. In a world where collaboration and communication are key to success, emotional intelligence is an indispensable skill. Let's start with self-awareness. This is the cornerstone of emotional intelligence. It's about understanding your own emotions, knowing what triggers them, and recognizing how they impact your behavior. Successful men are deeply self-aware. They know their strengths and weaknesses, their triggers and motivators, and they use this knowledge to guide their decisions. Self-awareness allows you to stay in control, even in stressful or emotional situations. It enables you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, making you more effective in both personal and professional settings. But emotional intelligence isn't just about managing your own emotions, it's also about understanding and influencing the emotions of others. This is where empathy comes into play. Empathy is the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes, to understand their feelings and perspectives. It's a powerful tool for building trust, resolving conflicts, and leading effectively. When you can empathize with others, you can communicate more effectively, motivate more powerfully, and connect more deeply. People are far more likely to follow, support, and collaborate with someone who understands and respects their emotions. Consider this: in any team, workplace, or social setting, emotions run high. Whether it's the excitement of a new project, the stress of a looming deadline, or the frustration of a setback, emotions influence how people think and behave. If you can navigate these emotional undercurrents, you can lead more effectively, inspire more passionately, and create environments where people thrive. This is the essence of emotional intelligence in leadership. Another critical component of emotional intelligence is emotional regulation, the ability to manage and control your emotions, especially in challenging situations. Life will inevitably throw curveballs your way, and how you handle these moments will define your success. Do you let stress overwhelm you, or do you stay calm and focused? Do you let anger cloud your judgment, or do you respond with composure? Successful men master their emotions, they don't let their emotions master them. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings, it means acknowledging them, understanding them, and then choosing how to respond in a way that aligns with your goals. Social skills, another pillar of emotional intelligence, are equally important. These include communication, conflict resolution, and the ability to build and maintain strong relationships. In today's interconnected world, your ability to work well with others is crucial. Whether you're leading a team, negotiating a deal, or simply interacting with colleagues, strong social skills can make the difference between success and failure. Effective communication, active listening, and the ability to navigate social complexities are all key components of this skill set. Let's also talk about motivation, the inner drive to achieve your goals, even when faced with obstacles. Emotional intelligence plays a significant role here. When you're emotionally intelligent, you're better able to align your emotions with your goals. You can harness your emotions as a source of motivation rather than letting them become a hindrance. You understand what drives you, and you use that understanding to stay focused, determined, and resilient even in the face of adversity. But let's address a counterintuitive truth. Emotional intelligence is not about being soft or overly accommodating. It's about being smart with your emotions, using them strategically to achieve your objectives. It's about balancing empathy with assertiveness, compassion with decisiveness, and understanding with action. High emotional intelligence enables you to be both kind and firm, empathetic and strong, supportive and effective. It's this balance that leads to true success. Developing emotional intelligence takes time and effort, but the rewards are immense. As you become more emotionally intelligent, you'll find that your relationships improve, your leadership becomes more effective, and your ability to navigate life's challenges strengthens. You'll be better equipped to handle stress, to inspire and lead others, and to achieve your goals. In the end, emotional intelligence is about mastering the human side of success. It's about recognizing that success isn't just about what you do, it's about how you do it, and how you make others feel along the way. As you develop your emotional intelligence, you'll not only achieve greater success, but you'll also build a legacy of positive impact, strong relationships, and lasting fulfillment. In any journey toward success, adversity is inevitable. You will face challenges, setbacks, and failures that test your resolve. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't often comes down to one key quality: resilience. The ability to bounce back from setbacks, to keep going when the going gets tough, is what separates the truly successful from the rest. Resilience is not about avoiding difficulties, it's about how you respond to them. Life will throw curveballs your way, and sometimes it might feel like the odds are stacked against you. But here's the truth: every obstacle is an opportunity in disguise. Every challenge you face is a chance to grow stronger, to learn something new, and to prove to yourself that you can overcome anything. The first step in building resilience is developing a mindset that sees challenges as opportunities rather than threats. This requires a shift in perspective. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" or "How can I grow through this experience?" This simple change in mindset can transform how you approach adversity, turning every setback into a stepping stone toward success. Let's be honest, resilience isn't easy. It requires mental toughness, emotional stability, and a deep sense of determination. But it's also something you can cultivate over time. Start by embracing the discomfort that comes with challenges. Instead of avoiding difficult situations, face them head-on. Each time you do, you'll build your resilience muscles, making you stronger and more capable of handling whatever comes your way. Resilience is also about persistence, the ability to keep going even when you're tired, frustrated, or discouraged. Successful men don't quit when things get tough. They understand that the road to success is rarely smooth, and they're willing to push through the rough patches to reach their goals. This persistence is often what makes the difference between success and failure. It's not about how many times you get knocked down, but how many times you get back up. Consider this: some of the most successful people in history faced enormous setbacks. Think of entrepreneurs who were told their ideas would never work, athletes who suffered devastating injuries, or leaders who faced overwhelming odds. What these people all have in common is resilience. They didn't let adversity define them, they let it refine them. They used their setbacks as fuel to push harder, to innovate, and to ultimately achieve greatness. Another key aspect of resilience is adaptability. When faced with adversity, it's important to be flexible and willing to change your approach. Sometimes, the path you initially chose may not be the right one, and resilience means being willing to pivot, to try new strategies, and to keep moving forward even when things don't go as planned. This adaptability ensures that you're not just stubbornly persisting down a dead-end road, but intelligently navigating the challenges you face. Let's also talk about the importance of a strong support system in building resilience. While resilience is ultimately a personal quality, having a network of supportive people around you can make a huge difference. Friends, family, mentors, and colleagues can provide encouragement, perspective, and advice when you're facing tough times. They can remind you of your strengths, help you see the bigger picture, and keep you motivated when you're tempted to give up. Don't be afraid to lean on others. It's not a sign of weakness, but a recognition that we're all stronger together. But here's a counterintuitive truth: resilience also involves knowing when to rest. Pushing through adversity doesn't mean burning yourself out. There's a fine line between persistence and exhaustion, and successful men know when to step back, recharge, and come back stronger. Rest is a crucial part of resilience because it allows you to recover your energy, clear your mind, and regain your focus. Without it, you risk making poor decisions, losing motivation, and ultimately compromising your ability to succeed. Resilience is also about maintaining a positive outlook, even in the face of difficulties. This doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending everything is fine when it's not. It means choosing to focus on what you can control, on the opportunities within the challenges, and on the progress you're making, however small. Optimism isn't about denying the difficulties, it's about believing in your ability to overcome them. Finally, resilience is about learning from your experiences. Every challenge you face, every setback you endure, is a chance to learn something new. Take the time to reflect on your experiences, to understand what worked, what didn't, and what you can do differently next time. This continuous learning process is what will make you stronger, smarter, and more resilient with each challenge you face. In the end, resilience is the key to long-term success. It's what enables you to keep going when others have given up, to turn challenges into opportunities, and to emerge from adversity stronger than before. Life will test you, it's inevitable. But with resilience, you can face those tests head-on, overcome them, and achieve the success you've been working toward. Remember, it's not about never falling, it's about always getting back up.